How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thanks. What's your name?
My name is Rakib. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.
Where are you from?
I am from the United States. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm in. Where are you at? Where do you live?
I am from Bangladesh. It's in Southeast Asian country.
Yeah, I know where Bangladesh is. Okay.
Yeah. Well, in this class, I would love to hear about some the tips about getting better at grammar, because I'm not really pretty good at grammar. The grammar is a certain rules that I really don't fond of. So can you help me with improving my grammar sections? Because I want to improve my, as I want to help my friends to improve their grammar sections as well. So in this video, in this class, I must say that I want to know some of the tips that you guys are practicing to improve your grammars, like a native speaker, how you start learning grammar from the very beginning. Just imagine that I have just started learning English, and I want to improve my English like native speaker does. So why should I start, or how should I begin with as a basic English learner?
Basic English grammar. Okay. That's actually, your English is pretty good. Your grammar is actually very good.
Well, so, to be exact, I want to help my friends to learn English. Recently, I have started a YouTube channel to inspire my friends to learn English, like I did in my previous years, because I have followed certain patterns, certain tips from the polyglot, and I have followed many polyglots to learn English, learn many different languages. Currently, I'm working on my German languages. So I want to help them. I want to encourage them that if you want to communicate with native speaker, if you follow these tips, that will help you to learn English like a native speaker. It will help you learn English easily and effectively and quickly. And that's why I've been just trying to help them. And would you mind if I use these conversations for any of my social media?
Yeah. So you want to teach them? You want to teach them?
Yeah, I am a teacher myself. I am conducting a class.
Ah, okay, good. Okay, yeah. So where do you start with grammar? That's yeah, that's difficult to say in this amount of time. But have you done any of the lessons that are on? Like, have you looked at lessons that are on YouTube or
yeah,
other?
Most of my learning English, I have researched, I have learned from YouTube, on YouTube, because I have been listening a lot from the very beginning. Because listening is something that if I listen something, it will help me to learn vocabulary and stick vocabulary, remember vocabulary on my mind from the very long time. Because when I listen something, it will help me to understand that, yeah, when I listen something that I have to translate in my mother tongue or whatever language it is, because if I don't understand the language, if I don't understand the meanings of the sentence, then why should I learn, right? So that's why I have been listening, understand what you are saying or what the speaker say. So that's why listening helped me to remember vocabulary mostly, because if I listen something, then I have practicing my vocabularies again and again and again.
Right. Yeah. And I think vocabulary is very important.
Yep.
Learning new words to be able to, especially if you're just trying to communicate to someone. The grammar is important, but it's not. Even if you speak grammatically incorrect, as long as you're understood, then that's really the focus of what you want, is to be understood. And I think the grammar comes as you learn more and more. Your grammar it
will automatically, yeah,
it will automatically improve. You'll automatically know that you don't say car red, you say red car. You automatically know things like that. When to use certain words in certain situations. Yep. Yeah, I think that's just a natural progression of learning a language. Yeah.
So Yeah, I know that language learning is just to communicate. That's all. Because if I want to say something, that I have to express myself with a little bit grammar. But I want to make a promise to my friends that if you learn these very basic grammar, because we all need a very basic grammar. We don't need a very advanced grammar as a beginner, because if I want to express my feelings, then I can use simple tenses from the very beginning, because I have learned tenses like present simple, past simple and future simples, and after that I have learned present continuous, past continuous and future continuous. These tenses help me quite a lot, because these are, when we learn general sentence, it would help me to communicate better, because I don't need to use fancy sentences to feelings at the very beginning. So what would be your advice, or what would be the approach of learning English if I want to start from the grammar sections? So is there any specific reasons to learn a sentence first, like the static, simple sentence, general sentence, I must say, and I should learn tenses after that?
Yes, I would just learn. I would just focus on basic sentences first.
Basic.
Yeah, just noun, verb. Sentences like that are very. I wouldn't worry about tenses, especially somebody that's just learning English and doesn't really have a grasp yet. They're probably not going to understand, past, future tenses. So I would just basically start with just basic sentences. John went to the store, and then break down those sentences of, what's the noun, what's the verb,
we have to break the sentence into pieces, and we have to collect nouns, verb, adjective, verb, subject. Yep, I get that. So you said that we should start learning from the basic sentence first, right?
I think so. Yeah.
This is how I have started my learning English journey, and this is quite helpful, because when I learn subject because every sentence contains subject, then we have certain verbs. It could be verb or main verbs, and then we have some articles, some prepositions, some adjectives, something like that. So. Yeah, I have made it quite. I have researched quite a lot about that sections, about sentences, because when I understand sentence pattern, then I can come up with solutions for learning step by step. Because I have recently found something that is quite interesting for me. I don't know how people will react on it, but I think that when it comes to sentences, every sentence has subject, auxiliary verb, main verb, object. Sometimes we have linking verb, connecting words, and prepositions, conjunctions, something like that. So I came up with the solutions, like I have to learn subject first, because every sentence has subject. So if I finish subject first, like the pronouns would be the best place to start learning languages or learning a subject, because most of the time we are talking about ourselves, our personal stuff. So that's why I think pronouns is the best place to start learning subject. So I have made a video about this total action plan of learning English, and I have discussed about this topic, that you should learn subject first. Then we have to move on to the auxiliary verb, because there are 24 auxiliary, and that is quite helpful for every sentence. And after learning auxiliary verb, we must learn some of the conjugations verb. That is quite helpful. So I have made action plan like this way. So I have to learn subject, then I have to learn auxiliary verb, then I have to learn conjugations, verbs, some nouns, and some adjectives, some prepositions, conjunctions, and we have to know some collocations to improve our English.
Right.
I can adopt some tips from there, but I mostly learn by what I believe all the time.
That's impressive. Okay.
And that's why I came up with the solution that I must learn these vocabulary first from called pronouns or the adjectives or the conjugations verb. And when I learned those vocabulary, and I have to implement this vocabulary into sentences, I have to make sentences. I have to make example sentences for that. And that is quite interesting. And that worked for me, because I have learned this way, like I need to change 12 sentences at a time. And I should change subject in order to change another sentence. Like I have been learned this way, that I drink water, I drank water, and I will drink water, like this way. So it is quite helpful. And I just replace the verb, replace the subject, and I change another. I make another 3 forms of verb or 3 forms tense. So it is I think really helped me a lot to making too many sentences by using one particular method. Like if I say that I am drinking water, I was drinking water, and I will be drinking water, something like that. And if I replace drink into playing football, I was playing football and I will be playing football, like something like that. So this is how I have been practiced from the very beginning. Collect some of the conjugation verb and I replace into 12 tenses.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good way to learn. Definitely. Yeah, just you have to learn vocabulary, because vocabulary is the basis of everything. So you have to start with the vocabulary, learn new words, and then you can apply those words to your sentences. Yeah, and you can like you said, you can just keep transferring the words into the sentences, instead of you're drinking, you're playing, you're running, it's just that's a good way to learn. Yeah, very good.
All I think that if I want to make sentences, if I want to communicate with my friends, with the world, I must say, then I have to sense tenses. Like sometimes I should talk about the past, sometimes I should talk about the present, and sometimes I must talk about the future. So I need to learn how to sense tenses from the very beginning. And if I know how to sense tenses, then it will be easy for me to learn English like you people does. And that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah,
tenses can be difficult. The tenses can be very difficult to learn. Even here in the U.S., there's many people who use the wrong tenses when they speak, and it's very noticeable to me. But some people don't even realize it, that they're using the wrong tense. But you still understand them. But it is very important to learn the tenses, I think. Yeah. But
grammar sections is totally important for writing sections, I guess, because writing is a thing that you must write with a perfect grammar, because there must some informal situations, and if you want to be formal, then you have to correct your correct your tenses, correct your sentence, correct your punctuation, something like that. So we should learn grammar to improve our written section. But I'm not saying that we must learn grammar in order to practice your English, practice my English or speaking skill. No, I'm not saying that. I know that because I have been speaking from what I have listened a lot, because I have been listening a lot from the very beginning till now. And that's what keeps me thinking about it. Or it will automatically comes into my mind.
Right.
I should say. So it's not much time left. So it was really nice talking to you. Thank you so much for your this help. And I think I can catch you later on another video. So have a good day.